great team victory, and it's great to see our guys. They've worked so hard, and they deserve. And then you watch the way we went out, played the first half. Second half, we kind of got out there and kind of didn't play as well as we would like to the second half. And what was disappointing is the number of penalties. We had a lot of penalties today, a lot of penalties on offense to stop drives, a lot of penalties in the kicking game. But it was just so good to get that win, just see our guys just come out and compete today.
What's it mean to a program that has only 10 months to win? What does it say to you guys?
Well, it was important, and I said it to them today, we need to go win a football game. And guys, it's important. You're good football players. Let's go win a game. And to see them come out and work and compete and work. And if you watch the game, just watch the whole flow of it, I just thought that we were in total control of the football game, which was good for our program.
What about for you? What did it mean to you to win your first game as a head coach?
You know, I didn't really think about it as much because I was just more concerned about it, just our team, and wanting them to get a win so bad more than myself.
Charlie, defensively, it seemed like you had a lot of guys like Rodney Natt and Dexter Heyman finally live up that potential you were talking about in the preseason. Can you just elaborate on their efforts today?
Well, Rodney Natt was really special today. If you look at it, maybe ended up with 4 or 5 sacks. Dexter Heyman, where he was critical, is we lost Brandon Heath in the middle of the week, and so Dexter, when we go to our substitution package, which allows us to put our athletes on the field, put more speed on the field, Dexter was a middle linebacker, which got the guys lined up, and then we ended up playing a freshman, B.J. Butler. But Dexter and Rodney both played very outstanding today.
Doug Bowman got his first career touchdown. Just talks about him and finally getting after a long drive.
Mr. Reliable. That's who he is. We watch him. He's involved in every kicking game. He's on punt. He's on punt return. He's on kickoff. He's on kickoff return. He scores a touchdown, and then he get a chance to celebrate because he had to run back down on kickoff. But I told him he could have spiked it, but he didn't hear me. He's all, Coach, I forgot. But I was just so happy for Beaumont. Really good.
That pass to Furman threw on that was one of his better passes to the game.
Oh, it was. And he laid it out there, and Bo ran underneath it. Beaumont ran underneath it and made the catch. He kind of ran away from the defensive back.
And then Doug was gone for a while. He did IV or just...
Yeah, he was worn out and went inside to get an IV because just the number of plays and snaps. He was on offense. One time I said, hey, we need to give Bowman a rest. And then comes out and he cramps up, and we take him inside so he can get an IV, then he came back out.
Do you ever worry about wearing him out? I mean, is that enter your thinking any? Or
no, because I always tell him, well, I say to him, I said, Bowman, if you're worn out, you got to come out of the game. And he said, well, Coach, if I get tired, I will come out. And if you watch today, it was a number of plays, and I just thought that he was getting worn down. You could just tell, even with his routes, he wasn't running. He was running the routes, but just not as quick as in the beginning toward there at the end, which he played a lot of snaps.
Had the shutout for about 40 minutes. What was working on defense the first half?
Oh, just our pressure and just everything we were coming with. And if you watch, we kept the offense behind the chains, which we were able to get pressure, and guys were able to get sacks and just control their whole offense.
What broke down in the third and fourth quarter against defense?
What broke down on the defense? I didn't think. The only time they got a drive was the one drive where they hit the long run. But other than that, we still brought pressure. They still contained it.
How about down conversions? You have 2 of 10. You talked about that. Is that an area that you need to work on?
That is an area we need to work at because you just look at us offensively. It's like we never were just in rhythm. You know, even second half, it was more the offense just never got in rhythm, and we went for it there on 4th down, and 2 receivers actually hit each other. We made the catch, but we still were short, but we just never got in rhythm in the second half and just stayed on pace.
Any idea why? I mean, what would go into that?
Well, a lot of times guys just have to finish the game to get relaxed and then thinking the game is over, and then the focus and the concentration. That's what you have to talk about. You come in halftime, guys, we still have 30 minutes to play. So let's not sit back and relax, and let's keep playing and keep playing hard. That's what we didn't do.
Is that time to turn of possession that EKU actually put the ball on the
Right, and I think that has a lot to do with just the second half. And we punted the ball a lot. We gave the ball back to them. You look at it, we turned it over. We have 2 turnovers, and then the onside kick, they got it back. So we had some critical plays in the second half.
What's the early word on Johnny Patrick's injury?
I don't know. I just said no. He got him walked off the field, so it couldn't have been that devastating.
How big of a lift was it to have Bellamy back, and how rare is it that he'd come back a week after it happened?
Well, it's always good to get your players back, and I don't know if it's much of a lift. We just got to run our offense, and whoever's in there, next guy has to step in.
Coach, there's a couple things you'd like to see the Cardinals get better at before Oregon State next week.
Right.
What would you like to see improvement?
Well, it's going to be a hostile environment going into Oregon State, and it's a really good football team. So we're going to have to improve as a football team. We're going to have to get better on both sides of the ball, plus in special teams, because you're going to go play a good football team. And the thing about it, you're on the road, and I just told them, anytime you go on the road, you have to pack your defense, you have to pack your kicking game, you have to pack your togetherness. And that's what it's going to come down to, because the thing the defense can do can control the crowd. Now, if you go play bad defense and the crowd stays into the game, then you're in trouble. So we had to go play great defense, and we had to play great special teams. And they have some really good players, so it's going to be a great challenge for us.
You were looking for help in the secondary. When Patrick went down, Darius Ashley gets his first interception ever. How does that help you?
Well, when Patrick went down, I know he played a couple of plays, but it's so hard to say because you didn't really get a series going. But we're always looking for help in the secondary. You're looking at it. It's Patrick, it's Burns, it's Chenard, and I thought Akeem Smith played really well today. He missed a couple of tackles, but he made some big hits. But it's always we're looking for guys like Ashley to step up and continue to play better.
Could Beaumont ever give you any snaps in the secondary?
No, we're not. Beaumont's playing too. He's playing more what he should be playing right now. Can't move him anywhere else.
Coach, question from a positive perspective. The game way back, you got a little bit premature too soon, too early. What thoughts about that?
Well, I guess the guys are so happy I got my first win, so they wanted to give me a bat.
You feel like you're seeing improvement?
Are we seeing improvement? You would say the first half it was improvement. I thought the second half we kind of went out there and kind of stumbled around and didn't really improve the second half. So that's why this football team still we have a long ways to go. We're not nowhere near where we need to be. Yeah, we win a football game today, but we still have a long ways to go.
All right.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Thanks.